There's one question most men never ask a woman. But the men who do, they're unforgettable. She can't stop thinking about them, she texts her friends about them, and she replays their conversations for days. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what that question is, why it works psychologically, and how you can ask it naturally, without sounding scripted. Here's the thing. If you're still asking, how was your day, and wondering why she doesn't open up emotionally or sexually, this could be the most important advice you hear all year. I'm Dr. Fiona Gray, your trusted men's health advisor. Today we're diving into the psychology of female desire. We'll cover 3 psychological triggers most men completely ignore. By the end of this, you'll understand why curiosity creates more attraction than confidence ever could. The common mistake, talking about yourself. Most guys believe attraction comes from impressing her. They talk about their job, accomplishments, lifestyle. And yes, success is good. But here's the reality. When you spend a conversation talking about yourself, she zones out. Attraction isn't about what you tell her. It's about how you make her feel. The fastest way to make a woman feel alive, interesting, and valued? Ask questions that actually matter, not, what do you do for work? Not, where did you go to school? Those are safe, logical, flat questions. They don't spark emotional connection. But asking about her passions, the moments that shaped her, or what makes her feel alive, that's different. You invite her into a deeper space where she can reflect, dream, and express herself. When a woman feels understood, desire starts to build. Trigger 1. Emotional questions create depth. Here's where most men mess up. They think asking deep questions makes them look too intense, too invested, or vulnerable. But emotional questions don't show neediness, they show depth. They show you're not afraid of real connection. And that separates you from every other guy who's just trying to impress her. Ask questions like, what's something that shaped who you are today? What makes you feel alive? Tell me about a dream you've had since childhood. When you ask these, she feels truly seen. You're not consuming her story. You're holding it, welcoming it. That feeling is rare. That's what turns curiosity into attraction. Trigger 2. Emotional safety comes first. The second secret. Most men miss. Women don't open their bodies where they can't open their hearts. Many guys are uncomfortable with this because society teaches us attraction is about charm, bravado, or physical touch. But real intimacy starts with emotional safety. Emotional safety doesn't mean agreeing with everything she says. It doesn't mean being soft or weak. It means she feels she can be herself without judgment, pressure, or rush. When her nervous system calms down around you. When she knows you see her, not just her body. Her walls begin to soften. How to build emotional safety. You create this safety by listening without interrupting. Let her story unfold naturally, asking follow-up questions, instead of turning everything back to yourself. Using phrases like, tell me more about that. Why does that matter to you? When you do this, she feels something rare. A man who holds her stories instead of consuming them, who welcomes emotions instead of fearing them. And that's what becomes desire. In part 1, we covered the first 2 psychological triggers that make women feel emotionally alive and connected. Asking questions that show depth instead of just impressing her. Creating emotional safety so she can truly open up. Now let's talk about the third, and possibly most powerful trigger. The difference between need and desire. Understanding this is what separates men she forgets from men she can't stop thinking about. Trigger 3. Need versus desire. Here's the truth. Need pushes women away. Desire pulls them in. Many men make the mistake of needing approval, laughs, or constant attention. When you act desperate for her validation, waiting anxiously for her texts, constantly fishing for compliments, she feels it. Women can sense when a man is trying to earn his worth instead of naturally embodying it. But when you're grounded, comfortable in your own skin, and not rushing the interaction, that's magnetic. Presence is more than being physically there. It's a state of mind. It's being fully present. Not performing. Not planning your next line. Not worrying about what she thinks. What masculine presence looks like. A man with presence. Listens fully, without interrupting or redirecting to himself. Lets silence exist without panicking. Stays calm even if she tests him emotionally. Doesn't chase approval, he simply is. That calm, grounded energy makes her feel safe enough to reveal her feminine energy. When you stop needing her validation, she begins desiring yours. When you're not rushing for her body, she naturally wants to move closer. The feminine opens when it feels chosen, not consumed, creating desire through questions. Now, the big question, what should you actually ask? Most surface-level questions don't do anything for attraction. You need questions that spark emotional intimacy, build sexual tension, reveal what she truly desires. Here are some examples. What's something you've always wanted to try but never did? What kind of attention makes you feel most desired? Tell me about a fantasy that excites you emotionally and physically. What makes you feel truly alive when you're with someone? These questions create a space where she feels safe to express her desires, while also making her feel emotionally connected to you. The role of curiosity. Curiosity is more attractive than confidence alone. When you show genuine interest in her inner world, you're signaling. You see her beyond the surface. You're not just interested in her body, you're interested in her mind and soul. This kind of attention is rare, and it's what makes you unforgettable. How emotional connection leads to desire. Here's how it works. Depth makes her feel understood. Safety allows her to open up without fear. Presence gives her the confidence to reveal her desires naturally. When these three are combined, desire follows automatically. You don't need to force it. She'll be drawn to you emotionally and physically without any tricks or manipulations. Avoid the trap of needing her approval. Remember, need kills attraction. Desire pulls it in. Don't text constantly waiting for her reply. Don't perform or pretend to be someone you're not. Do stay grounded, confident, and present. When you embody this energy, she will naturally move closer, both emotionally and physically. The bonus downloadable guide. To make this even easier, I created a free guide called 20 Best Sexual Questions to Ask a Woman. These are not surface-level questions. They are designed to create emotional intimacy, build sexual tension, help you understand her deepest desires. You can download it for free in the description below. Use it to practice asking questions that spark attraction and curiosity naturally. Final takeaways. Let's summarize all 3 psychological triggers. Depth through emotional questions. Stop trying to impress her. Make her feel interesting and understood. Emotional safety. She needs to feel seen and accepted before she can open up. Desire, not need. Be grounded, present, and confident in yourself. Stop seeking approval and start embodying it. When you master these, women don't just notice you, they remember you. You become the man who creates a space where she naturally wants to share herself, emotionally and physically. Call to action. If this changed how you think about attraction, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and tell me one question you're going to ask differently from now on. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and remember, attraction isn't about perfection or rehearsed lines. It's about curiosity, emotion,